Bleed black and gold, buff forever. You already know, man. It's your boy, YouKnowTGreen, and I'm back with another one.
Man, it was so much craziness going on, and now with the transfer portal open and coaches leaving and players leaving, now we have a lot of positive news to talk about. You know what I mean? And with Pat Schumer, as we know, is being the offensive coordinator for CUBuffs, and we lost Bill O'Bow because we know Sean Lewis left, so Bill was going to leave because that was his dude. You know what I mean? So it was expected. Who was going to fill that void as an offensive line coach? Now, I had a few people in line that I was thinking that may be a good look, maybe a good fit, you know what I mean, we could kind of allude to, but I didn't see this one coming either. But it makes sense after I see why and how. Now, it's being reported, and this is big, former NFL lineman Phil Loadholt is joining the Colorado Buffs offensive line. Now, if you don't know who he is, he was Minnesota Vikings tackle. You know what I mean? He played with them for numerous of years, but retired in 2016. Now, he got an Achilles injury back in 2015 when they played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's what caused him to go out. But before that, this dog was doing his thing in the NFL. So once he left the NFL, he went on and did a little coaching here and there. You know what I mean? Well, I won't say coaching per se. He was a former Oklahoma analyst. You know what I mean? He did this for 2 seasons out at Oklahoma, and he held a similar role out at Mississippi during 2020 and 21 season. And he worked on the staff at Central Florida. So he's been around football since youth, high school, college, NFL, outside the NFL. So this is a real good look. So you're probably wondering, how did this come to fruition? Currently, CU assistant Pat Schumer was hired as an assistant coach with the Vikings in 2016. So Loadholt and the Vikings, obviously he was the offensive line. Him and Pat Schumer have a relationship for those few months that he was there before retirement. You know what I mean? Now, he did finish his last 2 seasons in the NFL underneath the head coach Mike Zimmer, but he is also close friends with who else? Coach Prime. Now, Zimmer's nephew, if you following me, right? Andrew is also on the CU coaching staff. So this all makes sense. You know what I mean? Hey, one hand washes the other. I'ma look out for you, and this is a good fit. So it's brotherly love here. And by him having that relationship with Pat Schumer, as I mentioned, and having that relationship with Mike Zimmer, it only makes sense why Coach Prime made this decision. But like Coach Prime said, he came in here with everything ready, locked and loaded, and the interview was great. You know what I mean? So he came prepared, in other words. So this is a good look. Like I said before in my other videos, the offensive line, I'm not saying Bill wasn't coaching them properly. I just felt that the offensive line should have been using better techniques. They needed to play lower. They needed to use their hands more. They needed to not let the defensive end get so engaged with them where the defensive end makes one move, they already to the quarterback. There's no separation. Why? Because they're not using their hands. They're not physically pushing this guy. And that reflected on the run game, us not playing low. When you have a run game, those linemen have to be willing to get down in the trenches. You almost got to be ready to have your nose in the mud, in the snow, or whatever the conditions you're playing in. You know what I mean? If you're not willing to do that, that run game is not going to be efficient because you need to have that pad underneath that other guy, and you need to be working your bottom half of your body, your feet, and using all your muscles and your thighs and your legs and pushing this guy backwards. Hey, if you're playing too high, it's not going to happen. What's going to happen? That defensive tackle is going to come off that line, one quick move, boom, he to the quarterback. Same thing was happening with the defensive ends. So now we have an NFL coach in here, and you already saw the last video that we have a 5-star recruit coming up. So when Seton get there to know he's going to be coached by an NFL player, let alone somebody who played at that next level, speaks volumes. So you better believe offensive linemen around the country is going to be wanting to sign up to make sure they play for who else? Coach Prime and the CU Buffaloes protecting Shedeur Sanders, because this is going to be our year in the Big Ten. But like I said, man, this is a great look, and I'm excited for this because we needed somebody like this. And just to think, we have Phil as our lineman coach. Then on the defensive side, we got that dog Sap coming. Come on, man. This is going to be an exciting year. And all the haters out there who just want to talk so much trash about this year and what we didn't do, come on, man. How many coaches you know could turn around a program and have this amount of success already? So next year is only going to get better. And remember, we was only losing those games by 1 or 2 touchdowns. We only got blown out probably twice. You know what I mean? Those other games could have been won if we wasn't making careless mistakes. That's all there was, mistakes. It wasn't that we didn't hire the players. It was the mistakes that we was making. But anyway, y'all already know the motto, man.
You already know the motto, man. Another day above ground is what? Truly a blessing. Like, share, subscribe, tune in with your boy, YouKnowTGreen, and I'm going to be right back with another one.